So this time for me, it is really good evening.
Good morning.
And that's it. Because for me, it is now 10 to 7 in the night.
But we like to greet everybody from across the world. Good morning,
Oh, good afternoon
good evening,
and good night.
wherever you are in the world, wherever time zone you are in. My name is Cass,
And I am Steve, and I am here in Barcelona.
and I am actually here in San Francisco. I
And welcome
the
to.
fun road.
That's right, little Betsy. I mean, isn't technology just amazing? We're recording a podcast. I have you on my phone. I can see the camera. I can see that pretty face early morning. And we're on two different sides of the world still recording a podcast. I mean, do you remember the time of writing letters?
I don't think I was ever a good pen pal. I remember though getting really excited to go and check my mail and like running out. And I feel bad that that's something that my kids won't ever really have. I mean,
Oh,
they'll order
yeah.
something on Amazon every once in a while, but they're never going to have that like feeling of like, oh my gosh, I just got a letter from this person that I have a crush on. And it's like,
Oh, my
doesn't exist anymore.
God. And it was scented with their perfume.
And they'd add a
Love
little
it.
candy, a little token.
Little or the time when we used to write our postcards, and I'm sure there are still people out there doing that because it has kind of a charm. The thing is, used to receive a postcard and loved it, and once in a while I still get a postcard, and I don't know what happened, but the intensity of receiving a postcard kind of faded away as well a little bit. I mean,
It's
that's
kind
such
of
a
like,
pity.
why are you going through all the effort? Just send me a text, man.
or
Don't waste
or
that paper.
or I'll check your Facebook page. I know exactly where you are. And
Yeah,
that
don't
was
send me something.
exactly, and that was 3 weeks ago. Anyway,
I
don't
do.
discredit the people who do send me a postcard. I still love it.
I was in San Francisco. I'm in San Francisco right now, and my sister and I were walking around the streets and by Fisherman's Wharf, and there's a darling shop called Lola. And inside, they have a bunch of just really creative, cute little gifts. And one of them are a stack of postcards, and they are all very, very funny. And one of them was like, I'm sorry I farted. How can we move on from this? And it's a postcard.
Really?
And anyway, in there, they have just, I was thinking like, postcards, that's like, even companies who were card companies and postcard companies, I'm sure they had to completely revamp their marketing strategy because that's just not the day and age that we are in. Now we do everything electronically, which has its downfall as well. And Steve and I received a little bit of that yesterday, and we're going to talk about it today.
Yeah, I mean, we work for different companies, and yesterday was a big day for us because we kind of launched it's almost like a talent hunt. You can look at it as X Factor or American Idol in a very small scale, of course. But we did that for some fitness instructors, and the finalists end up being all different nationalities, and some from Latin America and some from Europe. So there was a big discussion going on. I mean, we didn't see it until people forced us to see it because, we always try to block negative energy. And it was about the diversity, that the finalists are not diverse enough. And I didn't understand what they meant, but then they talked about ethnicity. Is that correct, that word,
Yeah.
ethnicity?
Yeah.
They talked about skin color, they talked about body types, and I'm a little bit confused because we are, first of all, you and I, if people know you and I, they know that there are no two more open minded people, and we don't care what ethnicity, color,
Everybody is, of course.
sexuality, nationality, age, body type. We don't care. if you got a good heart, that is the most important of all. So
Yeah.
we have to base this talent hunt on their talents, and whoever is the best five, those people are the five finalists. So we don't say, okay, we got one girl of this ethnicity and then we need another girl. No, we look at the best five talents, and if those five happen to be from the same country, the same age, or
Yeah.
even the same body type or skin color, that's the way it is. That's the way we select. But there were some
Yeah,
people who were not
we don't
so
want
very
people.
happy about it.
Yeah, we don't want people to feel that they were selected only because they looked a certain way, or that they
Totally.
weren't picked because they didn't look a certain way. And it really took us by surprise. And
Yeah.
I I feel that we are so open to visiting different cultures, traveling different parts of the world, friends with people who connect with you. It doesn't matter at all what that age or looks like.
Totally.
We just really love good people. And in this talent hunt, we're really looking for instructors who can handle big groups of people. And there is a certain gift for that, because you can be the most amazing instructor in a small group, but you might not be as suited for a big group. And you can be a great instructor for a big group, and you're not as good in smaller groups at connecting. So what we are looking for is something that is a kind of a unique thing. And there was a lot of backlash, and what we learned is that, I mean, we say it all the time, but in life you find what you're looking for. And if this is the chip that you have on your shoulder, it's very hard for you to see life through a different lens, because you're always looking to prove that right. And it's a subconscious thing. Once you've programmed your brain to look at life in a certain way, you are subconsciously searching for ways to prove your thoughts or your theory or your mentality correct. And that makes you feel that you're on the right track. So we have to be very careful at what our thoughts are, because it can lead us down a path where we're thinking, man, I'm really speaking out and lashing out at people on something that I don't really believe, even, because I don't really believe that anybody would look at us and think those things.
No. The thing is, of course, it is out there. I mean, there are groups in this world, and I consider myself one of a group that sometimes gets, how do I say that? Discriminated because of my sexuality. And it is out there. There are people out there who discriminate by religion, by skin color, by age, by sexuality, by body type. But I can tell you, Cass and I, we are not two of those 100%. But then it made us also realize, in trying to understand where it comes from, and we get it.
Yeah.
We totally understand what happened yesterday. We totally understand why there was a discussion out there. We just can tell them that the source is not correct, but we can understand that this is what they're thinking, because sometimes, I mean, I have it. I'm a 44-year-old gay man, loud and proud, and everybody can see it. And there are moments where I'm scared that people, I mean, I taught trainings where I almost have a joke within the first hour, let them know what my situation is, because you're going to see some real feminine stuff coming up your way. And
like,
I'm loving
in the first hour, you feel like, hey, I got to let you know, I'm gay, I'm proud of it. So we're just going to get that out right now.
So there is that protective mode of just letting it out very fast. And I had people leaving my training using that as a reason, and I have to deal with it, and it's fine. And they don't like it, and that's their decision. I would say their problem, because they cannot see the diversity in the world. But Cass, you and we travel to different parts of the world. If you look at the people we love, it's all different people or different religions, different nationalities, and we thank God we got to travel the world and see the diversity and
Yeah.
the beauty out there. And I mean, it all comes down to one thing. We're all the same.
Yeah, it's
And
so
what
true.
makes you different is whether you have a good heart or not, whether you're a good person or not. And
I think where we are getting in a problem, or I think we're getting in our culture as a whole, though, we're getting so brave in our responses and what we say
oh,
to people behind our computer screens. And I think it's important to validate your feelings. I understand I will never know what it's like to be a woman from Saudi Arabia. I have no idea
mhm.
what that is like. And I can imagine that there are so many great things and hard things within the way that people view the world.
Yeah,
But I think that our real problem comes down to us being quick to judge and also quick to express that judgment on other people and try and bring other people down with us, because it
mhm.
always feels better when we are negative if someone else is like, yeah, you're right. But we live in a society now where we can really type things behind a computer screen or text somebody,
Yeah,
and we don't understand that what we are saying can be very, very damaging and hurtful. And it might reflect how we feel in the very moment, but it might not truly reflect who we are. So I try and be very, very cautious of what I put out on social media, because I am assuming that people know me and think the best of me, and are looking out for me, when really they might take what I say in completely the wrong way. And this
mm,
was a good example for us to understand other people's views, validate them, but also say, but you're not correct in how you judged us.
yeah,
And
that's true.
us being quick not to fire back, be like just adding fuel to the fire. It's very
Yeah,
hard to know how to respond in this day and age of kind of setting the record straight.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Little Betsy, is your camera on full capacity?
I can't see you.
And no, I mean your microphone. I'm sorry, is that on that full circle?
You bet it is. You don't hear me very well?
I just feel like I'm sounding so much louder than you, so I might just lean back a little bit.
You
But
have a
you're
more,
right. I
you got
mean,
a loud, boisterous voice.
there you go. I
Hey there, matey.
the thing is, I mean, one of my life mottos, and I think it's so important. And I actually got this from a lawyer that I was having not a meeting, but like a
You're having
seminar where
trouble
I
with the
did
line. He was giving you
trouble with the
advice.
law.
You were
I
being
mean,
held.
jail. No, it was just like a workshop about making sure you do everything legal correct. And it was about other people seeing other people doing something illegally and they wanted to report it. And she said, you should never report it without knowing the facts first. So don't judge if you don't know the facts. And it just lighted up a light in my
Yeah,
brain saying, oh my God, this is not about just is it legal or illegal? This is about life. Don't judge if you don't
absolutely.
know the facts because we do it in daily life. Our insecurity around us sees things happen and they judge us right away. And that's what happened to us yesterday. And the most important thing is instead of what and getting angry,
How
it
dare
broke our
you say that
hearts.
about me? Da,
Yeah,
da, da, da.
yeah, 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 yeah. And it broke our hearts, both of our hearts. But then we stepped back and we tried to look at it and try to understand it. And we do. We can understand it.
Yeah,
And life is so, I mean, we're communicating in a different way. We're not standing in front of each other where we see each other's facial expressions, the tone of the voice, the volume of the voice, which talks 75% of what you want to say.
yeah,
We only read the words and then we fill in the 75% of our emotions and we can do whatever we want. So we receive a text and then some people get angry, and then I look at the text and I said, I read it completely different. So I don't know
Totally.
why. Yeah. So that we have, that's why I am always sending a text and I try to put in as many emotions as I can. Hey, kisses, hearts, how are you? Smile, 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 hug. I have a small question for you. Kiss, 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 heart. I put them in that emotion and then I ask the question. So they wouldn't take it
That's
in the
why I
wrong
love that
way.
voice dictation as well. Not the voice dictation, but the voice memo. Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
can say something to you, to Brian, to my sister, to my kids, and I can see how it could be completely looked in a negative way or a positive. Like even like,
Hmm.
hey, where are you? Where are you? Like the two of those are
Where
completely
are
different. Hey, where are
you?
you? Where are you? But it's however they're feeling. Like if you're late to something and you get a text, hey, where are you? You are reading it like they're mad at you rather than maybe they're concerned or they're just curious. But it's
Yeah.
however we are feeling that we think, oh my gosh, they're so mad that I'm late. And really they're saying, hey, where are you? Just
Yeah.
completely curious. Like, is everything okay? So our world is, we have to adapt with it. We're not in a society where we can really see people face to face. So when you're writing something, make sure that you put it in a way as flowery as you can to really,
Mm.
really give the emotion that belongs with the saying. And if you're
Yeah.
really upset, maybe you add that red faced mad emoji. Like, where
Yeah.
are you with the mad face? That's what you do to your teenagers when they're keeping you up all night. But, uh, but you gotta, we have to also adapt to our world. And I think that there are some things that are better left in a diary, and that's not for social media. It's not for trying to break people down. You see all the
Mm.
time. I was looking for a hotel for San Francisco. I'm here right now on a little sister trip for an early birthday celebration. And I was looking at all the reviews, and there were some hotels that just got awful reviews. And Brian said, I want you to read the negative reviews. And I thought that that was very telling. So I read them because what I needed to do is see if those are the things that actually would upset me. So when it's in the heart of San Francisco and people say the rooms were noisy, to me, I know that that's not going to affect me. I'm assuming it's going to be noisy. I'm right on the street in San Francisco. That's where I want to be. So it's almost like we have to filter the good and we have to also filter the bad and come up with as much of the truth as we can.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think this is such an important lesson because, I, for you people who are listening to this podcast, I am sure that you know exactly what we're talking about because it happens to all of us all the time. We read text and we say, why are they mad?
Yeah.
Or we send a text and they respond mad and we didn't mean to be mad. So be aware that words do not always carry the emotion that we want it to carry. So create that emotion, whether it is a social media post, whether it is a text. Create the emotion with an emoji, with the word, hey sweetheart, hey my best
Yeah.
friend, how you doing? And then send out what you need to do because you never know in what emotion the other person who's reading the text might be in, and then they respond and it just gets worse and worse and worse, and it's such a waste of beautiful time with that
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. It's
It's a
so true.
waste of great things that could, I mean, it's a waste of energy of just fights that get created because of stupid things like that. And
I think,
it's when I go on hotels and I read the bad reviews, I always say, I can not relativate. How do you say that? Relevate?
really, I can.
Relate? No, relativate. I don't, relativeren. Is there anybody who speaks Flemish and can translate to English? Relativate is like you can bring it to a level where you can understand it. I know where it's coming from. So
Yeah, yeah,
whatever
yeah.
they write that is, yeah, whatever they're writing and it's negative, I go like, okay, they were traveling with I mean, you got to walk upstairs. They were maybe traveling with a lot of luggage. So I can always put it in perspective.
Yeah. I think that that is a gift that we can give other people, is validating other people's truth. When they say something, say, yeah, I absolutely see that. I can see that that is your truth, because everybody, once you do that, it neutralizes the emotion, where you can both build from there.
Yeah.
And this is good for our relationships. It's good. I just did a post on Instagram about this, but my husband asked his dad for what is the number one piece of advice that you can say that has helped you and mom have a great relationship they've been married for years and years and years. And his dad said, be very careful with what you say, because you cannot take back your words. And once they are out there, you can ask forgiveness, but the people can replay those in their mind over and over and over again. And I don't get this right, but it's something that I try and remember, because the days that you feel like flying off the handle at somebody, you forget that fast, because you were just like a balloon that needed to explode. But the damage that it does to the other person who's on the receiving end can take much longer to heal from than it was for you to just unleash on them. Totally. And in an age where we're all trying to do our best, like let's just give each other a little bit of credit.
Totally. And my relationship, which is going close to 4 years, which is go on for me.
That's a long relationship. You've gone through a lot within those 4 years.
My man is a man of fire, I can tell you that. He would say words that come out of his mouth that he doesn't mean, but he just wants to, at that moment, I just want to punch you with a word. And I know that is his character. He's Spanish. They got a lot of fire and passion. And I told him from the beginning, I said, you can say everything to me, whatever you want to say, as long as you mean it. Don't mean it, better don't say it.
Don't say it.
And he looked at me and goes like, well, there goes half of my vocabulary.
Yeah, totally.
So, and he always remembered that. He never says things to me that he never had to say, I'm sorry I said that. Never, not once in 4 years.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Anyway, which reminds me.
And takes a lot of control, but that control always wins. Kindness always wins.
Always. Which reminds me, I don't know why it reminds me, but it reminds me because last year 2 years ago, we went on a trip to Canada, and we are coming back to Canada with one of our live trainings. I am super excited. We're coming with the Fun Road to Canada, close to Montreal. So you can find all details online, thefunroad.com. Click on live events. What date is it again?
It is July. We're going to be there July 19th and 20th. And I'd have to end this recording to go look on my actual calendar.
Don't you worry, little Betsy. I'm on it right now. I'm going to let you know. I am on.
At these live events, they're fun. They're interactive. It is a great way to give a little self-reflection, but believe you me, we keep it high energy, super fun, so you can grab your friends, grab your neighbor, grab your colleagues. And again, we like every different shape, size, background, age, and these events are really a well-rounded event where all ages can come and enjoy. We've had grandparents and we've had children. Yeah. And it's so fun. And we're also going to be launching our next webinar series at that event.
Super. It is July 21st. It is close to Montreal, so you can fly there. We hope to see you there because it is going to be absolutely amazing. Oh no, it's a Sunday. July 21st is a Sunday.
That's right.
So if you can, just fly there. We hope to see you there. We hope you're going to have an amazing day. Don't forget to rate our podcast. Give us 5 stars. If not, just leave us alone.
That's right. Don't give us those bad reviews. That's what we're talking about. This is all about the reviews, people. But really, for us to be able to get the word out about this podcast, we would love for you to rate it, subscribe, and share. And we want to hear about your aha moments, because every episode we have those things that are like, wow, that is so true. I'm going to start utilizing that. I'm going to start working on that. Totally. And we'd love to hear how you are making your road the fun road.
Yeah. So use the hashtag MyFunRoad. So we can follow up on that and see where you have the moments of joy, of realization, and you say, I got Cass on one shoulder, got Steve on the other shoulder. They told me this in my ear, and this is what I changed. And I hope to see you all in one of our live events.
We'll see you in Canada coming up soon. Goodbye now.
Woo-hoo. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye, little Betsy. Have a good day in San Francisco.
Hey, you have a great date night in Barcelona. Miss ya.
Miss you too. Bye.
Bye now.